What is up, my string beans, and welcome back to another episode of ATM10 to the skies. Here we're trucking our way towards the star. We're almost there. In our last episode, we worked on some actually additions. We automated everything with actually additions. It's all right here, so we could just be like, "Hey, yeah, get me a player interface," and it does the thing. But I speed this up because that thing's stupid. And there you go. There's a player interface. And then we did some Ender IO, and here's like everything for the sagging, everything, as there's one pattern in there. And then I split up. I moved all these like processing patterns. I split them up so they could all be done individually. And oh, excuse me, Jesus Christ. Don't want to be doing that again. And then I had to figure out a way to get this fucking witch vial. So I designed this little guy. I'm keeping 2 witches hostage. If we look at this this spawner right here, the min and max delay are as low as they can go, but I have a max entity of 2, so there will only ever be 2 witches in here. And like once one of them disappears, then 2 more will spawn, and then just making sure that it keeps to 2. And then I have the spawn range really low, so they'll only spawn in this little cage right here, and then no AI, so they all just sit here and be good little witches. They just hang out right in the cage. And what I got going on here is I have an advanced clicker. Yeah, I have an advanced clicker that, where is it? Right here. That thanks to Super Factory Manager, which you'll be able to see if I hold this block. So here's like my cables, and I'm using a good old camo mod. And thanks to Super Factory Manager, I have an interface right here as well that is always holding empty soul vials. And whoops, that's not. Whoops, can I? Whoopsies. And thanks to Super Factory Manager, we are always right here. We're grabbing. Oh wait, we'll do this one first. So we're grabbing an empty soul vial from the interface, and we're always making sure to retain at least 1 empty soul vial in the clicker. So always 1 empty soul vial will be in here, but it's always trying to click. So that empty soul vial then gets filled to be a filled soul vial with a witch. And you can see that it's just right-clicking hostile targets with the empty soul vial, and it does that. And then over here, we have a line where the soul binder in slot 0 is to be always filled with retaining 1, always filled with 1 filled soul vial. So that's why we'll see that this has a witch vial in here. So if we grab this, we'll see that one got filled right here, and it got put into there. And yeah, so then we have the pattern, and all we need to tell the AE system is that 1 Ender Resonator, by putting 1 Ender Resonator in here, because it already has this, it will create a sentient Ender. And then I also have where's it at? Where's the fluid? Right here. I also have the interface filled with XP juice, and it's constantly filling this with XP. So we can come over here and create 1 sentient Ender, and it'll just shove an Ender Resonator in there. There's the XP, and it gets created, and then it gets refilled with the soul vial. So we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna do something similar with a ghast, trying to make this syringe, because we now got to make this flight module, and it requires a syringe. And what you do with a syringe is you stab people. I was playing around with it, making sure that it works. So what you do with the syringe is you have to right click a ghast, or no, you left click a ghast, you attack it with it. And once you attack it with it, it'll start filling up with blood, and you have to fill it up to 100. So we are going to make ourselves this nice little cage and we're gonna put a gas in here. And I named this gas. I named this gas. Purple puddle nut is what I named it. Yep. And so we're gonna keep this little guy in there. And I was testing around with like a couple systems and everything, and basically we want to set up like a same kind of clicker. But the problem is that I didn't want this thing clicking all the goddamn time. So I set up this kind of thing where hold on, let me see if I can. Let's move this. This way. Let's move it this way. As you can see, maybe left click, target all living, low. Yeah, as you can see, it's constantly clicking, and I didn't want that because I'm gonna have this box moved to the ghast, and I don't want it constantly clicking. So the way I kind of figured out is that if we set it to low, and then I set up a little emitter here, and the emitter is detecting if we have a syringe with a ghast in our system, and if we are below 1, it'll send out a redstone signal to stop it. So actually, I think it's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. So it's supposed to be clicking right now, but then if we say that we want, oh, it's not going to work. Whoops. Because I don't have the ghast. So how it's supposed to work is it's on right now because we don't have one. But then once I request one, this will make a syringe and push the syringe into here. Yes, I know. It'll push the syringe into here, and it'll poke the ghast. And then how I had that modular router set up, it will then grab the syringe and put it into the AE system. And then because this level emitter will now see that we have at least one, it'll stop emitting a redstone signal, and it'll turn off the clicker, and then it won't click anymore. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. Just, where it should be. So we're going to go over here, and I'm pretty sure we have... We're going to set it up here. Because we have a whole bunch of channels right here. We only have 13, so we can do this. So we're going to go clicker. And let's move you. Let's move you over there. Okay, and then we go over like that. And I believe that's in the center? No. No, it's not. It needs to come towards me one more. There we go. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to see it. So that's going to be the clicker. And we will have this little guy, a pattern interface. And we will make you directional just because all the other ones are, so it feels good. Then let's get a little cable and put this emitter. See, look at it. Oh, no. Because, oh, yeah, that's right. We also have, hello, Jack. We also have somewhere a stasis chamber. So this stasis chamber is, I don't know why it doesn't show that it has power. But yeah, the stasis chamber is holding him in place, is holding Dingus in place, and also healing Dingus. So let's do this. We're gonna go syringe 1. We're gonna change that again real quick, just to make sure that it's off. We'll put that right there. Then we need a modular router. We'll put you right here. And we're going to pull from this thing and send to that guy. I believe that's actually everything. I think we're good here. So then, gassed. Oh, what? Oh, I need to put that in here. And now what we'll do is we request a syringe, but I'm going to actually now turn this to low. See, it gets filled up, and then it gets brought out thanks to the modular router, and it gets put in there, and it turns this off. So then, if I take it out, it'll be doing the thing, and then I say, give me a syringe, and then it stops stabbing him. And there you go. That's all we're gonna do right there. I don't know if I like this. That's kind of derpy. How else can I do that? Maybe under? Yeah, let's fix that. We're gonna fix that real quick. Which means I'm gonna need to move that. Oh, we could just put the level limiter right down here. We need one of these. Here we go. So now we hide the level emitter, and we're gonna cover that shit up. Where's it at? This one. Fantastic. And then we just do some of that. Let's do a camo block on that guy. And that's it. There we go. Now we just have this little gas that sits right in here. Jail bars. I always forget the name of iron bars. Okay. So that takes care of the hard part of the flight module. So then if we just auto-craft this part and go, we need to make the templates. That's pretty easy. Then we make module templates, which, do we have dimensional shards? Oh man, we got to figure out how to make dimensional shards. That thing and this. Oh, okay. That's stupid. So then we'll go over here, feed all these in, and now I should be able to make a flight module. Flight module. Sweet. So that's automated. Now we get rid of that thing. And now the next thing that we got to work on is we're going to get into a little bit of create so that we can automate these three things. And I know I can do this for the brass plates, but we're just going to create a little presser, precision mechanism, little guy, and a little deployer. And that'll be really easy. We will put it... We'll probably even put it like right here. So let's go... I still haven't set up hostile neural networks again. I'll get to it eventually, right? So, let me check this. Let me get rid of the syringe completely. And let me request a whole module. And actually, let's move down, and we're going to put in the requester that we always want one. God damn it. We're going to put that we always want one. I know. Give me a second. We're going to put that we always want one. Okay, good. Nice. So now we don't have to hear fucking old purple puddlenet get stabbed to death by a syringe all the time. Okay, let's move into create. So there was a time back Probably like episode 2 or 3. No, 3 or 4 maybe, that I made an electric motor. I beelined create so that I can make myself an electric motor. Um do I have? I don't have any applied energistics around here. Yeah, I beelined create so that I can make the electric motor because I didn't want to deal with all the stress, literally and figuratively. Um so we have that. So that's what we're gonna use for our rotational power. So what we need is we're gonna need some deployers. We're gonna need a press. Yeah, we're gonna need a press for that, and we're gonna need a whole bunch of deployers and some depots. We're gonna need depots, and I might as well use create stuff to do it. So we're gonna make vaults, and we're gonna make belts, and I need to know how to make cogs, and I'm also going to need to know how to make what the fuck are they called? They're right here. Shafts. So let's get some of these automated. We don't need to do this recipe because we don't need masses of it. Because we just have infinite andesite and iron nuggets, which yeah, because I have the infinite andesite. So let's do let's do this guy, and I know how to make shafts, and then that dude, make the belts, and I have a billion dried kelp. Yep, 209,000, so we're okay on that. Make item vaults, and for this sake, we are in fact going to just hammer these guys. Wait, no, we'll do this. Okay, there's the item vault. Then we'll make this, and we need to know how to make andesite casing. So it's actually going to be, that one oak log plus this equals one of these. So that's making the depot. Then we make one of these. Okay. Let's make a deployer. And we need to know how to make up. Let's go back real quick. We need to know how to make these guys. We'll do this thing. And we already have the iron plate right there. Let's do this guy. And we need to know how to make the brass plates, which is one of those. We're done with the hand, done with this, and we did that. Let's do this one. Oh, we're gonna have to learn how to make brass. And again, we're gonna put that in oak plus brass equals that. So we don't need that anymore. Let's figure out how to make brass. Can we just do this? Yes. Okay. So we're just gonna smelt this. Put all this away real quick. I think I am gonna need it though. Then we learn how to make... Oh, we know how to make copper dust already. So there's that. Then let's learn how to make this. And I believe this is probably just in the crusher. So we'll put 2 here. I wish I could like automatically keep this filled. Okay, that's how we make brass. And then this guy is going to be... see, with an 80% chance, how do I make sure? We're gonna put that. So these are gonna be automatically filled all the time, and we know how to make. Oh, we need to know how to make a gold plate. So we're gonna put that 2 of these equals 1 precision mechanism because it's a chance, and that might work. So then we learn how to do one of these, And that's this guy. I have all these patterns. I hope I remember where to put them. So we learn how to make that. We learn how to make that. And now the last thing is this. Ooh, we can do this. Okay. This goes in the enrichment chamber. That goes in the enrichment chamber. And then we just build rose quartz like that. Okay, so a lot of these are easy. You put all of these ones in here. And then these ones need to go into the smelter. In there. These go in the smelter. These go in the crushers. And these go in the enrichment. These go in enrichment. This is that process. And then all three of these are going to be in the hammering. And this is going to be that part. Okay. So I think we're good here. Let's do the cha-cha. Let's get to work. So we need some shafts. Let's go ahead and make me 100 shafts. Actually, let's go to create and make sure that we have like 100 of a lot of these things. We'll go 10 right there. Let's get... I already have 58 of those. Let's get 100 shafts again. Let's get 100 of these. Belts are somewhere. I did do belt, right? Yeah, there it is. Belt. Okay, let's make 1,000 of those, I guess. Because we gotta start off with the press. So we'll set up here, and it'll be real easy. In fact, we'll do 2. Yeah, I can see it all now. Hold on. So, oh, we'll also make some funnels. We need, yeah. Okay, make some funnels and some andesite funnels. And then a pattern provider. Pattern barrel. Let's get some barrels. Okay, so what I want to do is that there's going to be a barrel, a funnel, a press, a funnel, a barrel. So, can you guys cooperate for me? Go. You'll see. You'll see it all come into motion. So we'll do barrel, barrel, funnels. Let's get the funnels. And then we get the presses. Okay. And then we do some barrels. Actually, let's do some sophisticated barrels. So that we can auto push. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, some barrels with funnels again. Nope. Okay. That looks good. And then we do... Oh, we need to do like gearboxes and shit.
Narrates all.
Whoops.
Edit. Press tab to navigate. Press
Nope.
tab to navigate to next element.
Nope.
Press tab to navigate to next element. Press tab to navigate to game menu. Use mouse cursor or narrator. Narrates chat.
Nope.
Narrator. Narrates system.
Nope.
Narrator. Off.
There we go. Sorry about that. Ah, god damn it, dude. That was wild. Okay, create. Let's look at gearboxes. Yes. Okay, so we need some gearboxes, and then we also need vertical gearboxes. But give me one vertical gearbox, and I would like to set that up and that right there. There you go. That powers those guys. And so now we're going to put the. Oh my god! Hold on. Had little frogs in my voice. Okay, so we have that. Let's do. We're gonna slap that there. Put that up to 256 with an ender gate. And there you go. So then we should be able to grab a couple of these and make this pretty. Here we go. That looks good. And now the problem is that we need to get... maybe we'll just use import. Sure, we can do that. That's fine. Now we actually have to set up the applied energistics. Get these frogs out of my voice. And we'll do the thing that we always do. Let's get a wireless. Let's get P2Ps. Some cables. And then these guys. You go there. Let's find you a friend. You're going to be friends with that one. Don't need that. I'm pretty sure this memory card, 5182. Are you 5182? Yes, and there's 0 channels on it, so we'll use that one. And then we do like this. Get you a little PDP friend. You go right there. And then we don't need these anymore. So now we go all the way over here. We're going to hook you up. And we're going to put dense cables here. And there we go. So that's good. We'll put some accelerometers, some accelerators in here. Accelerator. I don't know why. You know what? Let's make these normal barrels. Nice. And in fact, can we do stuff to these presses? Can we enchant them? No, reactive. Okay. Oh my god, there's 1,600 recipes. Jesus. But as far as we need, we just need some plates. Let's see if that works. Why? That. What? Hello? Why don't we see these? Carrying 3 channels. In fact, if I were to put this right there, it goes into my applied energetic system. Oh, because they're from all the ores. Okay. So if we go over here and we say that we want 100 brass plates, it should put 50 and 50 in here. Where did they go? Why aren't you working, friends? Oh! Hold on. There we go. So let's try that again, because it just went straight through. So let's make 100. Yeah. And now we're getting our brass plates. Because 50 and 50 went into there. They're stomping them. There we go. So we got that part good. Brass plates are done. Did we automate this? Yes, we did. Now what we need to do is automate. Oh, I know what we're doing. Let's do right next to each other. Again, because then we can have the precision mechanisms go right here. So this will be a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, what we're doing here. Oh, actually we need saws. Mechanical saws? Yes. So that means that the mechanical saws need to go here. So we need these to come out, and then we need the mechanical saws to go in the opposite direction, unfortunately. So does that mean that we have to... I think we have to put a space between all of this. So I want the mechanical saw to be right here and here. And then let's run like this. I see it. I see it now. So then we'll put a gearbox, because we need to swap the direction of this and then run it in. And then we now have to get this guy going, and it'll run into this dude. Because then there will be a deployer that... Oh, actually, we need two deployers because we're doing two. So a deployer and a deployer, and we can do a gearbox. Fuck. Fuck. And it'll come up and power those guys. And okay, it's all coming together. Let's get these barrels. Barrel goes here, here, and here and here. And then we get some funnels. Right there and there, and here and here. And we need another gearbox. So we need to manually make this gearbox. So give me oak, log, strip it, and get the andesite, andesite. 1,000 of those. And then we make the gearbox. Nope, we need a vertical gearbox. What do you mean? It's... Oh, right there. Okay, okay. But now we need to get these guys going. So we're going to do that. What? But we need it to be going in that direction. Why you no work? You were right. You're right, dude. Why don't you go that way? Okay. Oh, it didn't want that one? Sure. No, this isn't right. Let me not have... Just a second. I might need to do it another way here. I see why it's being funky. So I need a couple things here. I think we can do that. And then we'll do I don't want a gearbox. How are we gonna get this rotational power? What if we do some dumb shit and just do that? Well, actually, what we need here, because I think so, we'll send the wood into here, and it turns it into we're only cutting oak, right? Nope. What if we only make stripped oak? Is that what I need to put? You're making stripped oak. So then give that back. Okay. So you do that, and then and then we need exporters. Nope. These are importers. So we'll put importers over here. And we need some exporters to always make sure that these have, well, actually, shit. So this will make, okay, we're going to make two different kind of casings here. That's what we'll do. We'll say that we need andesite. Andesite alloy always needs to be over here. And we need crafting cards as well. And acceleration. And then we do, on this one, we need brass ingots. And this will make the brass casing. And we just get these over here. And we'll do two pattern providers. This one will say that one oak, or no, I have them right here. One oak equals the thing, and one oak equals the thing over there. There we go. So now let's hook this in. And you guys need acceleration cards. Acceleration always, because we do things real fast. Not all things, though. Some things require precision. Okay. So now I think that's all good. Yep, these are getting andesite and brass. So now if we say that we want some casings, give me 100 of these and also 100 of these. Fantastic. We are making things at a create speed. So we have that's being automated, these are being automated, this is being automated. Now we'll work on precision mechanisms. So we can make some more deployers. What are we cutting here? Why was that cutting andesite alloy? Why are we cutting? What the fuck are you doing? Oh. Okay, let me change this recipe. We actually need to change that just an oak makes that, and just a brass makes that. Because I have brass and andesite already filled in there. So that guy goes in there. That guy goes in there. Let's try to make more. Plus, I love this sound. Okay, so now our next endeavor is that we need to make this pretty. That's obviously the thing that's important. There we go. Now that's pretty. Now we make the precision mechanism. And we can do that right here. And it's going to require... So here's the barrel, here's the funnel, and it's going to need 1, 2, 3 deployers, and then a funnel, and then a barrel. So it's going to be this long, actually. So let's go like this. And I think we can have that. Okay. And we're going to get our deployers. And our barrels and our funnels. Make me like 100 of those or something, dude. Barrel. Barrel. Funnel. Funnel. And deployers. Let's rotate them this way. Okay. And what we want to do here is set up some vaults. We're going to set up some vaults long ways and do one of these. So this is a nice trick using filters and stuff like that. So the thing about this precision mechanism is that it needs to go around in this process 5 times. So we don't want to like round it around on belts. Round it around. We don't want to route it around on belts, but instead what we're gonna do, I'm on a saw and that is killing me. Jesus. But what we'll do is that this guy will pick up. Let's look at filters. We need list filters or attribute filters. I don't even know. Maybe. No, I think it's list filters. So this guy will pick up, or he won't pick up, precision mechanisms. So we will deny picking up precision mechanisms. But everything else, he will pick up. And then this guy will only pick up. Actually, let me see what all these random chances are. Actually, I think we'll be able to test it. And we will move this guy over here. Yeah, so that I could put the cable for the pattern providers. And then we're also going to need some more export buses. Export buses. Make 100. I always just make 100 of fucking nonsense. And we will put them right here. And actually, we'll have the thing right here. And the pattern provider. Pattern provider. We'll go right here, and these cables can just run on the back. And dense cable goes here. There we go. And so we're going to say, we're going to fill these guys up, just like how we filled, we're going to fill these guys up. We're going to make sure, so just like how these are being constantly filled with brass, we're going to fill these guys up in this order. This one needs tiny cogs, big cogs, iron nuggets. So we need tiny cogs, tiny cog with a craft and some Excel boys. Some more Excel boys. Big cog, a craft, and nuggets. Sure, with a craft as well. So these should be on. So this should already have cogs, large cog, iron nuggets. Then the next thing we got to do is get this rotational power. Let's do. Give me 10 of these. And I think what we'll do is come off of this and do chain drives. Is that what it's called? Do we want encased chain drives? Do we want launch codes? And we go like this. And then like this. There we go. Perfect. Should we have done it right here? No, because because I can't do a gearbox or else it'll change the direction. Although maybe I can. I just don't like the look of that. Yeah, it would look the same just over here. Okay, so that's good. So now let's get some gold plates. Like 100 of those. But instead, what I want to do is shove them in here. Oh, no, I need to change you. Okay, where did you guys go? You're in there. Okay, let's do... I need... Oh god, I need a wrench. Because we need to change that to output. My bad. There we go. So now we got that going. And we'll see that we're starting to get precision mechanisms. Beautiful. And we'll also get some crud, because there's that 80% chance to get random salvage, which that is something that I need right here. So we got a gold clump and an andesite. I put 10 in here. Oh, because I think like some of the chances that it gets. Okay. So we need to put that we can accept, or we need to deny. We need to deny all these things. We're denying gold clumps, andesite alloy, and I'm gonna just need to play with this because I can't look up create and like what their 20% thing is, because we can already see that we're getting a gold clump from all the ores. Let's get and then the last thing that we need here is an import bus. And we get our little cable up in here. And we just run it to the back. And he needs some Excel boys, because we need to do it real fast. And there you go. There's our little create setup, and it's all automated. Oh, here's more junk, gold nugget. So deny gold nuggets. So now if we were to go and request 10 precision mechanisms. Wait, where's my... Oh, I didn't put the pattern in there. 1 gold plate equals 2 precision mechanisms. No, 2 gold plates. So if we say we want 10, it'll send 20 gold plates, which is overkill. It's going to be overkill, but as long as we're getting it. So I think we're good. Let's put away everything. And what are we stuck on? A clock? Okay. We can accidentally make a clock, I guess. Let's get some brass. Clean this up. Don't stand on that. Actually, I do want to do that. Just let me get all these things down first. There's some more trash. More trash on the belt. Where did I just put it? I do know that it makes shaft. I don't know where I put it, but it's gone now. Let's get them cable boys. Let's make a bunch of anchors. How do I not have like 1 billion anchors? No. No. There we go. Let's make 1 billion of those. What is the trash that's going around? Or are we done? Oh, we're done. Okay. So some of the trash is going to be a clock and a shaft. We don't want to collect those. Okay, let's make these anchors. And I don't think that we have. So we're gonna need more of these, and the Luminex. So let's make a stack of Luminex. Let's make a stack of these bad boys. Hello, why aren't you doing the thing? Oh, because you're camo. You can't do the camo. And then Blackstone. Got Blackstone. Okay. So now we can cover all this stuff up. Whoops. You need right there and there. And you need right here. And I believe something needs Luminex blocks. You need Luminex. Luminex. And also you. And you. And you. And then we go up top and make sure that those are good as well. Right there. That one. That one. And that one. Okay, and then the rest can be Blackstone, I think. Cover this bitch up. Make everything look real pretty. Because we are now done with creates. Just the soothing. Oh, that's not right. Can I? Yes. Wrenches. I'm glad. I'm so happy when wrenches work similar to each other. Blackstone? I don't know what that ding was. Okay, so the ceiling is good. Now what about the floor on this side? How are we? And we want to put some brass casing right here. There you go. So that's not just like floating there. And you need some friends. Because everything needs to look pretty. Put that right there, and that one right there. We're almost there, everybody. Success. Okay, so we now have, ooh, we don't have the actual mechanical arm. There we go. So now we can make mechanical arms. But I already have like all the stuff. So let's make 100 mechanical arms and see everything that it'll craft. Beautiful. Okay, so mechanical arms are done. So create is complete. In fact, we're going to do create and say we're good. Okay, and then the last thing that we want to do today isn't necessarily needed for the star. Look at that. We only need like 4 things left. And then we can start making all this stuff. Okay. Yeah, the last thing that I want to do today isn't necessarily star related, but I want to get hold on 1 minute. We're going to stretch a little bit and drink some water. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is some Apothic Enchanting. We're going to work down the Apothic Enchanting. So that we can get ourselves we're gonna go down this quest line, and so that we can get the best enchanting setup and set up all this stuff and set up the library mostly, so that we can have all these great enchantments. I did a lot of prep work. Apothic Enchanting. Yeah, that's right. Apothic Enchant. We're just gonna do Apothic. And I set up like a lot of these recipes. And then another thing that I did was I set up some automatic potion brewing. So here we have, we'll go over this for a couple seconds or a couple minutes. So here we have, I set up some Super Factory Manager. There's an interface, and all it's storing is some blaze powder, water, and power. And I have, this is really simple. All it's doing is making sure that my machines have power, and then making sure that they have blaze powder and water. So you'll be able to see that there is in fact blaze powder and water and power in all these things. And what we have going on here is a pattern provider, which, you know, the four, we're doing like the four setup where we're doing with that and these over here, which I'm kind of, I don't know why I didn't do that with like the alloy smelters, but it's whatever. It's not really that important. Um, so you have this little setup right here. And the thing about it is that you put in all the ingredients of a potion. So say for instance, we want regeneration 2. We want regen 2. So it's going to need a glowstone dust, a gas tier, and a nether wart. And then of course your bottle. So that recipe is going to look like, well, actually we did regen 1 here. So regen 1, it's going to need another wart, a gas tier, and then it's just like a brewing stand where 3 bottles with these ingredients will make you 3 bottles of this. So it has to be very specific in this pattern encoding that you need to put in the items from left to right from the stages, you know, 1, 2, and 3. So the first stage, it needs to be water bottles, which, you know, you can have those at the end, you can have them anywhere. But importantly here, you have the first stage of nether warts, and then the second stage of gas tier, and then if I were to be doing regen 2, the next one would be, I think it was glowstone, and then you have the glass bottles. And the reason why that is important is because when it inputs the recipe, you know, those items, it will put it in that slot order, and it'll work in that way. And then I have them special because I have it to where the ingredients are going into the top and the bottles are going into the bottom. So I don't want bottles to end up in here. I specifically want them to go into the bottom. So they'll go right there. So if you see, we'll go ahead and, oops, that goes right there. We'll even go ahead and queue up like 10 of these bottles. Oh, and it's done. Oops. Okay. How about 100 of them? So it sticks it in like that, and here are the bottles, and it's gonna automatically make our good old little potions. And of course, it spread it out through all of these. And that's how you can automate a shit ton of potions. And the main reason of why we did this is because if we look at Apothic stuff and we look at like the Hell Shelf, it requires potions of regeneration. So we went ahead and automated like a whole bunch of this stuff. And we can now start making or start going down this this Apothic thing here. And you have to be, they're very specific of like the infusing of like, well, some of them are. Like this one, for instance, just says that it requires at least this amount, but there are some, let's see, there are some that say they require like a certain amount, but no more than like others. We'll get there. But for now, we're just gonna follow this quest line, and this will actually really help you to make sure that you're getting everything that you need and you don't have to like guess around. So let's just go ahead and get a whole bunch of bookshelves, bookshelves, and we're going to just go right down the quest line. So now it wants us to infuse these guys, but first we'll get some hell shelves and sea shelves. Let's get some sea shelves, and let's get some hell shelves. And then we need 11. Oh, it's kind of stupid. And seashells 1. Okay. And then what do we have here? This just talks about certain stuff. Oh, you can actually accept some of these, and you'll get like bookshelves and other things. So the negative ones. Again, this is where you'll want to use some of these negatives because they'll need very exact amounts. Yep, like I said. So let's go with infused hell shelves. So to get infused hell shelves, we just requires at least. So let's do, what does it say? Once we get those 15 hell shelves around our enchantment, we'll have 45. Okay, so we want 15. Or does accepting this quest give me more? Yes. So let's get, first of all, we need an enchanting table. Let's get 15, 2, 3, 4, that's fine. Okay, and one more there. Sure. And then we come over here. We always need lapis. And we got to now infuse these. Infused hell shelves. Beautiful. How many does it want us to get? 8. So let's just make... I have 1 there, 2, 3. So I need 5 more. So let's get these infused. There we go. And then we can make the blazing. Give a bit quanta and a turnip, but they aren't cheap options we're looking for infusions. Oh. Well, we can make the blazing hell shelf. This is one that I did not automate. Let's see what the difference is. 5 a turnip, 5 quanta, 10 and 10, but -1. Okay, that's fine. Let's just make a whole bunch of those guys. So we did that, and then this is how you get. But you ever spend 3 months studying Galactic code to finally understand enchanting table language just for it to be gibberish? No. Okay. So we'll move on. Let's do the infused seashelves with the 15. We can infuse. Yeah, we need. I think we could just do these seashelves. Nope, infusion criteria not met. Okay. Let's do what it wants us to do. And we're going to make a whole bunch of the seashelves, not 100, Jesus Christ. I'm just so used to making 100 of these fucking things. So then, if we come over here, you want us to make probably, what, 8 of them? Yeah, you want me to make 8? Got it. And we don't need to worry about experience because we have a crazy-ass good farm. So now that we've made 8 of those, remove enchantments from pools. And then Heartforge is another upgrade. I think this is literally just the upgraded version, just like how we did that. So let's make some Heartforged ones. Gart. Art. Here we go. Can we make like a bunch of those? Yes. Why aren't you? Oh, the infused ones. And why are you having trouble making? Oh, because you need Celesta Gem. So you're doing this thing over here. Okay, okay. And then are we still working on... Oh, there's still junk. Okay, junk. So now that we did this, so now we do crystalline. It wants us to make the crystalline guys and the glowing, which I think I did. I did glowing. Did I not do the crystallized one? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Aw, I need to make infused again because my eager ass turned them all into Heartforged and Blazing. So I need more. I need more of these guys. So let's get you. Nope. How many? How many did you want? 12? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. So I'm going to need 10. I need 2 more of these guys. See, kids, don't read ahead. Okay, and then we do 12 crystallines is what you wanted. There we go. And then we need 12 glowing, which means we're going to need more. We're going to need more of these guys because you want me to put down the hell shelves. And let's make 12 more. No, not glowing. Just 12 of these. Let's go see what's wrong with my create. Is it more trash? It's the same trash. Okay, let's enchant these guys. Get them back. Because it's parallel, and it probably wants me to make 12 of these guys, 12 glowing shelves. Yes, that is correct. So let's make 12 glowing. Thank you. Then we collect all the stuff. Oh, we should probably definitely. It helps us. Okay, now we make deep stuff and then end stuff. So the deep shelves. This is where the separation of hell shelves and sea shelves end. First, we'll need to craft dormant ones. Okay, then we'll need 60 Eterna, 40 Quanta, and we can get that with 12 crystallines or 12 glowing. Good thing we made 12 glowing. And then they gave us dormant shelves, so we can go ahead. Oh, no lapis. See, this quest line is really good to follow. Just go ahead and follow the quest line. And now we do echoing and this thing. So we need 1 echoing and 1 DP boy. And I think I did not do. Let's do an echoing. We're going to need this, which we have all the deep shells, and we need to know how to make candles. So we do echoing and soul touched. And we need to know how to make soul lanterns, which means we need to know how to make soul torches. Okay, those are good. And then we'll go and check on our create guy as well, and make sure that we're taking out the trash. And it's again just the same trash. Okay. So then we do the deep shelves go in there, and we want 1 soul touched, touch my soul, and we want 1 echoing. Oh, that's right. We need to teach it. We need to teach it how to make candles. Candles will be made like this. Let me just put this guy in here. What was it? Echoing. 1 echoing, 1 deep. Let's collect up the rewards. Okay, now do you want us to like infuse them? To upgrade the deep shells, yes, we need to infuse them. First is 5 skulk blocks. Yeah. Needs silk touch. Yeah, I already have it. Last tendrils. Once you have that, you can craft one of the best bookshelves. Okay, so we need soul touched. Soul touch skulk shell. Soul touched skulk shell. And we can just craft that. Okay, but we want to auto-craft it. And then and then the other one was echoing, another kind of echoing, I believe. So there's the echoing and then the echoing skulk shelf. So you can kind of see the parallel or like the linear kind of crafts we got going on here. So we need the skulk shelf of echoing, and we need the skulk shelf of the soul touched. Touch my soul. Okay, we're making great progress. Now we need to make this negative enchantment removal, I guess. Which is fine because I've already queued that up. Geode encased nonsense. So now we're going to make Dragon's Breath. Oh, that's right. There was a time where I went and I stole Dragon's Breath, infused Dragon's Breath from Arsol. I mean, I've never done that. Are we done with our thing? No. You have not made me. Oh, yep, see? It's not working. It's okay. We made a whole bunch of mechanical arms. 83 of them. Oh, now I can come over here and I can tell it that's trash too. Don't put the trash in that thing. So if I queue up, I don't know, 10 more, you should work just fine. Okay, so now what else do you want us to do? Now we work on end shelves. And end shelves are going to use the infused Dragon's Breath. So here's where we need to get all the Dragon's Breath and infuse it. But we're going to put down some of these guys. That thing and that thing. Can I infuse it now? Nope. What do we need? What did we... Best way to get our levels is with 4 echoing and 6 geode encased bookshelves of stability. 6 of them? What the fuck? Oh, is it because this is the one? So here you go. Here's the one that requires a very specific odd amount. So we're going to actually follow that. We'll follow that of like what it said. So I believe we get a whole bunch of dormant guys. Oh no. Hold on, let me make some cracked deep slate tiles. We make that by putting it in here, which means we need to make these. So we'll make 2. And then we make some deep slate tiles. And then we make some deep slate bricks. And then we make some polished deep slate. And I have unlimited cobble deep slate. So we're good there. So now we go to the furnace. I'm going to put 2 of you like that. And then these guys come in here. Now we should be able to make... How many did you want? Because I already have 5 deep shelves. You wanted a total of 8. And I already have 1 of each. So if I have 1 of each... And I need 8, so that means I need 6. But I have 5 here. So I need 1 more, actually. Can we get you enchanted? Or infused? So we need 3... We need 3 more of the skulk shelves. And 3 more of the soul touch skulky shelves. And we don't have Skulk Catalyst. Why not? Okay. Back to our hostile neural networks. Because I do have Warden stuff over here. We're going to do Simulation Chamber. And we're going to grab 3 Wardens. We're inside a simulation. Stuck inside a simulation. And we're going to get the little guys. Sorry, small little side quest that we do here. Let's get some ender gates. You guys got power. You guys are good. And then we do this. And then I guarantee we'll be getting some little guys. So then we do like this. And let's get some more ender gates on you. Power you guys. And grab these guys. These. And these. And now we say, hey, make me some of that. Make me some of those. And you make some tendrils. Then we speed it up. Beautiful. Skulk, skulk, tendrils. Then we put this crud back in. Okay, and so now we need the Soul Touch Skulk Shelf, I believe, right? Soul Touch Skulk Shelf. We need 3 more of those. There we go. And I don't believe we need these. We're going to go like that, like that. And then we want to bring down the quanta. So I think it said like 6 of these geodes. 6 of the geodes. Ah, nope. But I believe I was like setting up for it. So let's get a whole bunch of amethyst. Yeah, I was slightly prepping for it. Nice, look at you. Come on. Thank you. Nice, nice. Making budding amethyst. And then I think I needed 5 of these, right? So oh, we're good. Okay, so we're good here. Let's put these down. Need 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that brings the quanta down with the Eterna and Arcana all the way up, though. And then we just infuse these boys. So we have a limited amount of this infused Dragon's Breath. It should take us, if we follow this directly. So these are created with 6 endstone bricks of pearl, blah, 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 blah. So it just wants us to make 1 end shelf. Okay. 1 end shelf. Let's just make 1 for now. And then it gives us 2 end shelves and some dragon heads. Let's make 1 pearlescent. As it has said. And then you want 1 draconic. And there we go. We have now reached the end game, more or less, of these shelves. So let's make this setup. So we need 5 echoing. We have these 2. So we need 5 skulkies. And we have 4 and 4. So let's make 1 more echoing skulk shelf. I have to like read the name carefully. And 1 more soul touched. But we need another deep shelf, a dormant. But we need you. We have to enchant you. Fuck. Actually, I think if we remove these, there we go. And then we make. So I have echoing. Let's get another soul touched. And it said 5 of each. 5 of each. One draconic. One draconic. 1 geode. 1 draconic goes there. 1 geode goes there. So we're at 100, 100, 100 with 11 clues, but it also wants us to make this one so that it allows for treasure enchantments. So let's put all this away. And we did queue up the treasure one. So it needs 2 deep shelves. So we just need 2 dormants. and we infuse those. Let's go in there, and we make this guy. And there we go. So that should be all 100. But it doesn't want to count it unless I have all 10 of them in my pocket, like that. And there you go. We just finished this whole fucking quest line. And then these are just like odds and ends. And then we don't need the enchanting clues because these bad boys give us enchanting clues. So we have plus 11 enchanting clues there. So we don't really need to make these guys. But we will, so that we can complete that quest. What's it called? Like Hell Site or something? Yeah. Let's go ahead and make that. So that, and then it wants this. What do you? God damn it, stupid crafting. And do you turn into anything else? No, that's it. So that completed that part. And then we do want to remove these enchantments. So we will do this guy. And we will eventually get, yeah, see those curses? We're going to remove the curses. So no, anything that we enchant will not have these curses. But let's set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will actually put them right here, there, and where's the dragon? And I'll have 2 more of these aquatic filtration ones. But I don't have the infused seashells. So let's get this and infuse the seashells. We just need 2 more. And we will get 2 more of these guys. Oops, that's not right. One right there, and one right there. And then we don't want any of these curses, so the curses go in there. And this is what... Okay, you have to put them... You have to actually, like, select where they go. And just like that, we have finished all of the Apothic Enchanting and maxed this bad boy out. So now what we also want to do is... I want to make... Oh, fuck. I don't know why... Oh, it is. It's right there. I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so this one... Oh my god. I mainly wanted to make the library. But the problem is that the library... Oh, I could just make infused hell shelves. Okay, I can make those. I can just make some normal hell shelves and infuse them. And then we make the library. But I think in order to make the other library, yeah, it needs this weird quanta thing. So I need between 45 and 50 quanta. So we're going to look at some of these guys that remove quanta. And we're gonna make a whole bunch of melon shelves. And in order to make the melon shelves, let me go down here to this guy. Grab all these melon slices. And we're gonna make like 20 melon shelves. Okay? How about 10 melon shelves? Okay. That was weird. So we need to bring it down to like 45. Okay, we're getting there. I believe it said between 45 and 50, right? So there we go. So with the power of the melon shelves, we can now enchant this to become the next one. Get out of here, melon shelves. In fact, let's complete that quest line. So there's the bee shelves, and then we also need stone shelves or something stupid like that. There we go. The negative amounts. So now, with this library, This thing is great because you can shove in enchantments. So if we look at book, we grab all these books, and then you come over here and you just start shoving them in here. You can see that they all go in here with certain values. So like the point stored is the value of like the efficiency and fortune. So if we grab a fortune 1 book, you can see that the point is 1. But if we hold down shift, we can see that we can get the max level available, and it's going to cost us 32 points. So we want fortune, for instance, but then say we also want efficiency. You can put it all on the same book. So we want fortune and efficiency and unbreaking, and look at that. We got all the enchantments on there. So we put that back in there. And in fact, let me see if we can use the power of the Easnium Anvil to get, no, limit 5. Okay. Power of the Easnium Anvil. Well, alright. So I mainly wanted to do all this so that we could get the library, and I want to set up the library with my mob farm so that we're not destroying these things anymore. So that we're not destroying all this armor that comes in here. Eventually. Yep, there you go. So some of this armor will have enchantments on it, and some of it obviously doesn't. Purple puddle. So this stuff, yeah, we'll start filtering in, or yeah, we'll start filtering that this stuff will go get disenchanted. So I have a disenchanter. I have an enchantment factory and an enchantment extractor. Right there. And how this bad boy works, and it's from Industrial Foregoing. So let's look at something that has an actual enchantment on it. That thing, right? Unbreaking 3. So you put you power this guy, you put some books in it, and then right here, and it'll strip off the enchantment. See, there's Unbreaking 3, and then it'll throw this away. And then with the library, I shove that in there, and there you go, it gets some more points. So we're going to be doing some of that off camera. I'll set this up to where I'm grabbing the items that are enchanted. I believe this one is enchanted with mana regen. Yep, this one has soulbound, and this has protection too. So same thing. We're just gonna strip off all the enchantments and shove them in that library. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing off camera. Oh, also another thing. So I should have done this in the beginning, but it's whatever. Between episodes I did turn this on, and I was able to get a whole bunch of pellets. So I have 470 of those and 273 of those, and I set up that we're putting all the spent nuclear waste in here, as we showed in one of the episodes where we were making the nuclear waste, where I had to set up a bunch of the barrels so that we could burn off this nuclear waste. But we don't need this many pellets. We're just making like a shit ton just to make sure. And yeah, we're pretty much done with like the little pellet setup, but we'll just leave this here. For the most part, we just need to be making polonium now, because you'll get polonium and run it through your SPS machine to make the actual antimatter. So that's why I'm going to leave this running. And in fact, I could probably turn this off, because like I had to set this up with a daylight sensor. Oh, at some point in the episodes, I was like, how am I going to work this? But it was really easy, actually. If you see here, we have a redstone. That's a redstone PDP directly to that redstone PDP. And I know I could have done it a lot simpler, but this is hiding it, and it's really great. So all I have set up is that that export guy is set to only work with like redstone signal. And then this one is like set up to only work without redstone signal. So like as the sun is up, maybe it's the other way around. But either way, as the sun comes up, this gets power, and it sends redstone from there to here, and it turns, or yeah, as the sun comes up, and it is able to turn this on more or less, and it deposits into there. And when the sun goes down, this becomes power of 0, which means that there's no redstone signal, and then this one turns on. So that's how I'm able to like swap between making both of them. And then this little setup is just going to be for deuterium and tritium to run into our reactor. I may have left this running for too long. Let me see. Yeah. So let's start voiding things. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give us that good old like, maybe a little subscription, a little subbing to it and everything. And then last little bit of advertisement is that if you guys want to come play ATM10 to the skies, you totally can. You can join us on the server. You just got to follow the link in the description below. The Discord link. Follow that to my Discord, and you can come hang out with us and be part of the great community. And yeah, we'll get you onto the server, get you whitelisted, all that good stuff. And if not, that's totally fine too. But hope to see you guys in the next episode. And until then, stay stringy.